Hey everybody, welcome back to another video here on the Washington Football Maniacs channel. My name is Greg, I'm your host here. Of course, this channel is dedicated to news and commentary for the Washington Commanders as well as the rest of the NFL. And so if you're down with that, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, when you do, make sure you hit that notification bell so you won't miss any other video releases. So as reported, from the NFL, guess what? Aaron Rodgers signs a one-year deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and what's her name? Angie Agar. I love her. She is so funny. But she posted that on her Twitter as well, saying that just in time to miss OTAs. It's great. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers, of course, he announced that he was retiring from the NFL. We all knew that was not going to be the case. I feel like that's something he kind of learned from Brett Favre when Brett Favre was here and Aaron got drafted by the Green Bay Packers in the 2000s. Of course, he sat behind Brett Favre for a couple of years or so until that it was time for him to step up to the plate. Brett Favre, of course, if you remember, he retired and he said he had nothing left. And then all of a sudden, it felt like a week later, he comes back and is like, I'm ready to play. And so he goes and plays for the Jets for like a year, decides he's going to retire again, has nothing left, rah, rah, rah. And then all of a sudden turns around and he signs with the Minnesota Vikings and takes them deep into the playoffs. Actually, I can't remember. They may have actually even went to the championship game, but yeah, I mean, so Brett Favre retired twice, and so Aaron Rodgers retires, and of course, then signs a one-year deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So is it going to be kind of this ongoing thing with ex Green Bay Packer quarterbacks? They have a great career with Packers, and then they decide to move into you know head off into the sunset, and then they turn around, they head back, and they're like, sunset's too bright. I'm going to go play in the NFL again. Um, Aaron Rodgers, of course, is over 40, and this is starting to become more of a common thing, I think, with modern day quarterbacks being able to play into your 40s. Guys like Tom Brady playing well into his 40s. And, you can certainly contribute a lot of that to the rules and regulations on hitting quarterbacks and things like that. So they're really getting protected enough to where their careers honestly can last as long as they're willing to play. And and Aaron, you can kind of argue that, well, he's went downhill. Of course, he got injured that first year, or that one year, I guess, with the Jets. Didn't play for most of that year. Um, you know, had a bad year last year, and you kind of feel like, well, he's done. Especially after you have like Achilles type of uh, injuries and stuff like that, ACLs. It takes a long time to come back from injuries like that. I mean, I don't think Kirk Cousins has been the same quarterback since he had injured his Achilles. But, the thing is, you also couple that with being 40 and over 40. That's very hard to deal with. It's hard enough to deal with those injuries when you're like 30 or 28. I mean, heck, look at RG3. He was in his rookie season and had that MCL ACL, and then he was never the same after that. But I just I don't know. Aaron Rodgers, love him or hate him, he is one of the, I think, should be a Hall of Famer in my opinion. Now you can certainly argue that because he only really made it to one Super Bowl. I get that. I totally get that. Um, but he's had a very good career being an elite quarterback his entire career. Um, so I would probably argue that he is a future Hall of Famer. And again, like him or hate him, I know that he's raised some eyebrows with things that he's said in the past about politics or whatnot, and the ways around the world. But outside of that, if you focus on the football, I do feel like it's better to have guys like Aaron Rodgers in the league as long as he can still play. Now it's going to be determined how well can he play there in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has not been able to solidify that quarterback position since Ben Roethlisberger left, and retired. So it's been kind of a carousel for quarterbacks there. Honestly, you feel like Justin Fields deserves a chance, and guys like that. I don't know. Is Justin Fields still on the Pittsburgh Steelers? These guys moved around so much. I was thinking just the other day, I was like, wait a minute, what about Russell Wilson? I forgot he went to he went to the Giants. So I mean, it's like, what's going on up there in Pittsburgh? So anyway, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out this year. But hey, Aaron Rodgers is going to be in Pittsburgh for 1 year. Let's see how it works out. Folks, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, give it a share. And with that said, I will see you in the next one.